Dude, you have a fight scene with James Bond.
Yeah, punched James Bond in the face. Technically, I won that fight.
You definitely won that. Dude, that's
I
insane.
can't believe it. Yeah. It's so fun.
like
what the fuck?
You have a full-on fight scene with James. Like, you're a Bond villain.
It really was.
That's crazy.
It was really crazy.
Welcome back to Scene Stealers, where we watch our favorite scenes with our favorite actors. Today, we are lucky enough to be joined by Tony-nominated
Oh shit!
Billy
Right.
Magnussen.
I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Do you know we're not Eskimo brothers? What's the equivalent? Not like.
Whoa, I thought we were about to get a big one here.
No. How do you do it with like projects? We both were tires.
We're both tires guys.
Yeah, let's go.
I suspect your role is going to be bigger than mine.
I don't know. I don't know what yours. Well, you were season 2.
I was season 2.
Bartender.
I was a bartender with Vince Vaughn and Shane.
Yeah.
Can you tell us a little bit about your role?
Yeah, I'm a blast from the past for Will's character, or Steven's character, Will. And it was a guy we were trying to build a company together, and it's whether or not he wants to leave. I don't want to give too much away.
No, that's perfect. Dude.
Yeah, but I did worked with Steve the whole time, and I love that guy.
He's the man.
He really is.
It's such a cool thing they have on that set. Like, I remember I went down there last year, and there were like 18 big trucks and like all the union guys. I was like, damn, my buddy's a cottage industry now. You know what I mean? Like, but it's so cool that he's doing it in his hometown. I thought that was fucking awesome. Like,
with his friends.
Like
him and McKeever, like those guys. Again, I've had the fortunate opportunity to be on fantastic projects and big sets and stuff like that. They just made it feel like you're hanging out with your buddies and shooting just the shit with them.
Yeah.
And that was like, I dream of being on sets like that. It was a gift.
It was. I was so nervous. Like, it was my first time ever on a set.
Yeah, you were
like
nervous?
that. Dude, I was so fucking nervous.
You're enough, man. Yeah. You're enough. I get nervous for these things.
You get nervous for these?
Yeah, the hardest character to play is myself.
I bounce around a tennis ball before you walk in because my hands get so sweaty. That's how nervous I get.
No more shaking hands.
But no, we're here to talk about. We're not talking about me. We're here to talk about you. We're here to talk about the Audacity, which is out now on AMC, AMC Plus.
Yeah, check it out.
Cupertino wants us. Yeah, we're in acquisition talks. It got leaked to the press a couple weeks ago, so I'm not talking out of school. But I think it's a big mistake taking the deal. I mean, you know what it's like there. Golden handcuffs, you get it. So I was thinking, if I could find a private placement investor, someone whose reputation for picking winners is so stellar, and here you are. I mean, so I gotta ask, like, how about us? And maybe Hypnosis is how you get back in the game? Double rainbow. I mean, with a forward-facing data analytics company, we could really make something. What the fuck?
That is awesome. It's such a great cast. It's you, Zach, Sarah Goldberg from Barry.
Yes,
awesome.
yeah. Simon Helberg, Rob Corddry, Paul Edelstein. Like, if you notice, Zach didn't say any lines in that scene.
None whatsoever. It's so fucking great, though, right?
That's so good. So good.
Duncan reminds me of a blend of Michael Scott and Ari Gold.
Wow.
Because Ari, he's such an asshole to his employees, but he so wants their respect and love, which is Michael, that I thought it was a weird mix of the two.
I hear you. I
like
know,
a tough balance. I don't mean weird.
I hear what you say. I appreciate it. That's a really, to be compared to those gentlemen, it's fantastic. I'm really grateful for it. I know in season 2 we're going to explore his relationship with his employees more, and why they actually stay and support him. We didn't get to see that in season 1, but it's going to show that these guys are bad guys, the Ari Golds. And you're like, why do I love watching Ari Gold? Why am I on his side? Why do I empathize with this character, even though he's so bad? I think that's the secret of getting people to enjoy a show or go on the journey with a character, is you have to get them on your side to show up weekly and be like, okay, what decisions are they going to make? Are they going to make bad ones? Who are they going to insult? What's going to happen? I don't know what's the right line to balance to achieve that goal, but I think it's probably something with being vulnerable more than anything. Even if people have high stature, power, if you can show vulnerability, I think it's welcoming to people.
The next scene we're going to go with here, we're going to go with a project of yours. This is from No Time to Die.
Oh, gosh.
James Bond, Logan Ash. This is insane.
How did he know I was going to be there?
Dude, you have a fight scene with James Bond.
I punched James Bond in the face. Technically, I won that fight.
You definitely won that. Dude, that's
I
insane.
can't believe it. Yeah. It's so fun.
like
What the fuck?
You have a full-on fight scene with James. Like, you're a Bond villain.
It really was.
That's crazy.
It was really crazy.
and it's like the perfect character. Logan Ash also is just such an American James Bond name.
So
right?
Yeah. With the Book of Mormon, they call me in that movie.
Yeah.
What a great. I was like, I got to be able to punch Bond in the face. Like when we were choreographing it and everything.
So you weren't using stunt doubles?
Oh no, that was a lot. Like there's like big hits that like against the roof. Like that wasn't me. But yeah, no, it was Craig and I and like.
No shit.
Yeah,
Would you like to give it a go?
Oh, he's fantastic, number one.
Yeah.
Like, he was a wonderful guy to work with. Like, you have nothing bad to say about that man.
And you, like obviously, like, when you're acting with someone incredibly famous, such as Daniel Craig, you're used to that. That's no big deal.
No, you're not.
Yes, you are.
You're not. You are not used to it every day. You're not like, what the crap? You go like, how, does anyone know? Should I be here? Yeah.
You just want me? I'm the right guy?
Yeah, no.
But, like, when you're punching,
is
there there's no nerves, there's no, like, how much
rehearsal? There's so much.
So
that
much,
was months, I was on
months?
that. Months. I was 8 months blocked out for that movie.
Really?
And like, it was with this wonderful stunt team from France we worked with for probably 2 months prior to like even started choreographing with Daniel, like 2 months training.
So you're working 2 months before they even bring Daniel in?
Yeah, well, Daniel was around and stuff like that, but she's doing all the other scenes and stuff, but they're just training me to do the choreography. We're figuring out the best dance of it all. I'm asking, like, can I put, like, how do you tell a story through a fight, but also keep character alive? And like, that's my job, is to be like, where's the character live?
And you do great when you're with the, ha! You know what I mean? Like,
I
bam,
asked, I was a character. Please let me keep that.
Yeah,
it's little things like that. God, yeah. What an opportunity.
Like, insane opportunity.
My favorite thing, I go home to, have a place in Georgia. I love not living in Hollywood or anything like that. But I go home and a neighbor's like, oh shit, you were in James Bond. I'm like, yeah, I was. He's like, cool. Can you help me carry this? Like, I got to move some lumber. I'm like, okay, yeah.
Sure. Now, that fight scene, you fly away in a plane, and I've heard that plane didn't work as well. Is that?
Oh yeah. It's funny. Hollywood's. It's really funny. So they built this whole like. There was a Cessna plane on this platform that was like this beautiful plate, and it could tilt and do all these things. And I think it cost like $3 million to build this thing for this not even minute scene. And there's like a miniature model over there that controls it while it does it and tilts and whatnot. And then on the day, it wasn't working, this $3 million thing. And instead of like doing anything, they were like, oh, we got to shoot. So we're doing the scene. There's someone outside of the plane going. That's called Hollywooding it.
That reminds me of the. That reminds me of Spielberg, of Jaws, when like they were like, the shark doesn't work.
Never show the shark.
What do we do?
But what if that's the beauty. Again, it's a communal art form. Constantly going, what's the best idea? What's the best idea to make our story better? Mm-hmm. And like, you only hope to work with people like that.
Is there any difference, like the day after Bond comes out? Like, is there any?
No. There's nothing.
Has there ever been one in your whole career? Like, when was the time? Like, I always say honestly, like I've been here 15 years. The only time I ever felt different was. I mean, when I officially got a check for $50,000 a year, well, not check, but a contract. I made $50,000 a year, and I was like, okay, I can survive on this. That's enough for me.
As long as I could buy a sandwich without looking at my bank account, I feel pretty lucky. There was a time when when I started in this industry, it was buying a sandwich or a train ticket, and I always chose the sandwich and I just walked. But that's where it started. But you're saying like, was there a moment you knew you made it?
Not only knew you made it, but was there a role where you stopped worrying if you were capable anymore? No.
I think no. If you do the day you do, I think you're done.
Really?
Yeah, I think if you're not giving it all and there's not risk on the table, what's the value?
I'm with you on that. But you have such confidence, like you know you're the guy, like you know you're that dude.
No, trust me, I want to be the superhero. I want to be the love interest. I don't want to always be the bad guy. Roadhouse, bad guy again. It's like,
what was that like? It's like fighting McGregor.
Honestly, I loved it. And I enjoyed McGregor so much. Again, anyone who comes onto a set and is curious and wants to learn, he was like, he wanted to learn. And so it was just talking to another fellow actor and like how we're going to figure the scene out, what we're going to do. But yeah, there is a Conor McGregor show around him. That's what I realized, like characters like Duncan from the Audacity, no matter how big or powerful you get, we're all scared to walk down the street with our fly down. We don't want to be humiliated.
We all have that, the high school cafeteria syndrome, where you're like, everyone is looking at me.
Oh my God.
No one's looking at you, dude. Just go out there and do your thing.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, but it's hard. It's hard to break away from that.
It is.
I mean, I did a movie with Meryl Streep, Into the Woods, years ago, and I remember she might have been joking, but I think it was genuine. She was like, I'm so scared. This might be my last job. Like, she was nervous, and you're going like, you're fucking Meryl Streep, dude.
Bro,
like, what do you mean? But again, like, as someone at that elite level still has... You want to do your best. You care about it. I think, again, the people that are past the learning or growing phase or questioning themselves, they're at a loss. Like, no one can, they're above criticism. It's not a good place to be.
No, it's not.
Yeah.
But one thing that is above criticism, it's a movie called Game Night.
Did you know that Fast Growing Trees is America's largest and most trusted online nursery with thousands, I said, of plants and trees and over 2 million happy customers? I'm one of them. Look at this tree right here. That's a plant. That's a plant. It's not a tree. That's a plant. But it's a plant, and I'm a happy customer. They have all the plants or your yard or your home needs. They have fruit trees, privacy trees, flowering trees, shrubberies, and houseplants. They're all grown with care, and they are guaranteed to arrive healthy. Whatever you're looking for, Fast Growing Trees helps you find options that actually work for your climate, your space, your lifestyle, for everything. They work for you. Okay, I am a humongous advocate of Fast Growing Trees. I have them in my house. I have them on my back porch. I have them everywhere because just getting home and seeing greenery and seeing life just makes being home much better. It makes you happier. You don't need a big yard or a lot of space. You can grow lemon, avocado, olive, fig trees indoors, along with a variety of houseplants. They are all grown with care and hand-selected to thrive in your specific home. Right now, they have great deals on spring plant essentials, up to half off on select plants, 50% off, half off on select plants. Listeners to our show get 20% off. You're welcome. You're welcome for that. That's unbelievable. That's a great deal. 20% off if you listen to our show. Your first purchase using code SCENE at checkout. Use code SCENE, SCENE, at checkout, and you will get 20% off your first purchase with Fast Growing Trees. Okay, there's an additional 20% off better plants and better growing at fastgrowingtrees.com using code SCENE.
What about this? Drive a hard bargain, okay? Let's take it up a notch.
So stupid.
Dude, it is not stupid. Nothing about this movie is stupid.
It's so good. Jonathan did it, yeah.
Dude, it's so good. Is it like annoying to always be asked about like when's Game Night 2 coming out?
Oh no, I would love it to happen, but to get all those people scheduled together would be insane.
Such a funny movie. The ensemble cast, like, was that what appealed to you in this one in Game Night? Was it like, I want to work with Jason Bateman, Lamorne Morris, Sharon Horgan?
Yeah, of course I would. Again, I auditioned for that. That was like my first time to show my like fastball on screen, really. Yeah, that was like my first like big film other than like, well, Into the Woods, but like, again, I'm just a small peripheral character. Like, this was something I really got to step forward a little bit with.
Did you get to do a lot of improv, or was it more scripted stuff?
They were open to it. There was a lot of scripted things, but they were very open to it, especially like with the dynamic between the couples and everything.
What is that like inside, like your nerves before you try and improv? How often are you doing it? Are you like sticking to script the first 2 takes and then the third one you'll have some
Oh,
fun?
there's no rule.
No
There's
rule.
It's honestly, I think if you prepare the character enough, you can. Your job is to live the character and make it real for whoever's watching, and our job is to make things entertaining.
Yeah.
Make it entertaining. It's either I don't think there's such a thing as overacting. I think there's just good or bad, and you just know if it's good or bad, and like you're trying to do the good stuff, and then like you get bad takes and all that, but. Yeah.
Have you ever, Paul was telling a story about seeing, so actually he wasn't there for this, but he saw Ed Norton make a choice that Robert De Niro said, not a good choice.
Yeah.
Have you ever made a choice that made someone go, ugh?
Yeah, every day if I work. But I think you hopefully work around people that will go, hey, that's crossing the line. I think it's important as an actor, especially a young actor starting out, is to find the boundaries. Go far. Go far to come back. It's harder to, I think, lift up your performance than it is to bring it back down.
The next scene we're going to go with here, we're going to go with a project of yours called Maniac.
I've watched you my whole life. I want to beat you. Oh, I love you. I'll win the prince.
It ain't that great being me, dude.
What? You sad about her?
Yeah, it's because she's attractive. I was gonna marry her. Why the fuck you shoot her then?
Blood trumps cock, right?
Oh. You stress more.
What are you doing?
Jesus.
You get sawed in half, bro.
That's crazy. I forgot about No, I didn't forget about it, but yeah.
What drew you to that project in particular?
Again, the director at the time, Cary Fukunaga, I think...
Was it True Detective 1?
I mean, come
Obviously,
on.
right? Yeah.
Jesus, yeah, that one. Jonah at the time and Emma as well, like all these people, the writer.
Now, reading that script, you mentioned the writer. Reading that script, that show's fucking nuts.
That
show's crazy.
beautiful world, yeah.
So what's like, I guess I've never read a script like that. Like I've never read a script in like this retro futuristic world with all these, the episodes kind of become their own little movies. There's one where you're Icelandic, right? And then there's
with the aliens
these
and
the
stuff.
alien, yeah. So like when you're reading that script, are you like, do you know going into it what the show broadly is, or is every page a new like, whoa?
Every page is a new, like at the same time, when you get to read a script, you are the audience. You're going like, do I want to be on this journey? Do I follow it? Do I love it? Yeah, reading, and then like to see Cary's presentation of what the world is to accompany it, you're like, it's a clearer vision. And so you honestly only hope to work with directors like that who are clear and they have a message or they have a world that they're building. I think, sometimes too much in our industry, mediocrity is celebrated. And it's not focused on something unique, and like Maniac was unique. And that's how I feel about the Audacity too.
Yeah.
Like
There's actually a ton of similarities between obviously just the tech, also the therapy. Like the therapy and the tech and the two is crazy. Like even I was rewatching Maniac recently. I watched it in 2018, but I was rewatching it to talk about this. And like even Gertie, the AI dies because it gets empathy. And I was like, oh my God, that's so connecting to the Audacity.
Empathy is just pathetic with an M in front of it. That's a line from Jonathan Glasser. Yeah.
Is it?
It's in our show. Yeah.
There are a lot of great lines in that show, dude. What was the Sarah Goldberg one she said to you in episode 2? You have the information but not the insight.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, what a fucking great line that is.
I think that's a lot of this world. You could have all the information in the world, but what do you do with it?
Dude, I've been rethinking about that all the time. Like, yeah, we all have so much information, but we all have no insight.
What do you think about AI and all that shit?
Dude, I don't know. I think I think it's going to be a technology that is useful to people who are different than me. Like, I don't think I'm ever going to be a guy who uses it. I'm not a tech guy. I'm not like savvy with that kind of stuff. I'm not super interested in that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
It has, the AI, I will say, has like kind of ruined the internet for me.
Really?
Like, because I don't know what to trust anymore. And so
that's true.
I really don't spend much time on it because I can't figure out things. And maybe I'm dumb. Maybe I'm a fucking idiot.
No. I think again, technology is a great tool that could be helpful for so many things, but like a double-edged sword, like it could be horrible for things. Yeah. If they're ramming AI down our throat, or like the tech companies always are like, the future, we're selling you the future. Okay, what's the future? And before I onboard it into my life, prove to me that it works. Is AI curing cancer? Mm-hmm. Once it cures cancer, then I'll be like, oh, okay, yeah, it could come into my life. But for some reason, we're not getting to that step, and that's scary. It's like, no, this is the future. You want it. Take it. Take it. Okay, but what am I taking?
It feels like the technologies they put out a little early, like the Bluetooth. Bluetooth's always fucking up.
Yeah.
And the chips in cars. I was always like, this doesn't fucking work.
Europe had it for a long time before we did.
Did they?
Yes.
Oh, wait, no, I'm thinking of the tap, not the chip. The tap.
Oh, the tap.
The tap was a nightmare.
I think they had it.
Did they?
They had it before us. I don't know why we were so behind.
We're always behind.
Yeah.
But I do have a question. In working with Jonah so closely, he obviously is such a talented actor, but this was kind of younger in your careers, right? It's 2017, 16 you guys are filming this?
Yeah, I guess.
Is that someone you look back and you go, wow, what a talent. Like him and Emma Stone, like, did you realize in the moment what a talent they were? Or is it more like as time progresses and they do more projects, you look back on it and you're like, holy shit, I worked with Emma Stone, Jonah Hill. Like,
yeah, well,
but you work with fucking everybody.
I'm very fortunate with my career. Like, I'm blown away by the rooms I've sat in and who I got to meet and work with. All I can say is, like, for any artist, how they show up daily is the talent. It's like, what are you going to bring on that day? And I am grateful for the experiences I shared with them. They showed up every day, professional, excited to work and celebrate the piece that's in front of us. I think it's sad when people become egomaniacs and they focus on themselves rather than the communal art form, which is entertainment, film, television, theater. When people forget that, it breaks my heart.
Yeah.
But no, I enjoyed it. To me, I looked up to them when I was working with them.
When you're starting off with something new, it seems like your to-do list keeps growing and growing every day with new tasks, and that list can easily overrun your life, okay? Trust me, I know what you're dealing with. Finding the right tool that not only helps you out, but simplifies everything can be such a game changer. And for millions of businesses, that tool is Shopify. Trust me, at Barstool, we know all about Shopify and how important it is. Shopify is the commerce platform behind millions of businesses around the world and 10% of all e-commerce in the United States at places just like the Barstool Sports Store. As I mentioned, you can accelerate your efficiency, whether you're uploading new products or trying to improve existing ones, Shopify has you, okay? Shopify is packed with helpful AI tools that write product descriptions, write page headlines, and even enhance your product photography. That's humongously important for getting people to buy your product, the photography of it. Oy caramba. Get the word out like you have a marketing team behind you. Shopify will help you with all that. They can easily create emails and social media campaigns. Wherever your customers are scrolling or strolling, Shopify will help you find them. So start your business today with the industry's best business partner, Shopify, and start earning. Sign up for your $1 per month trial. That is $1. $1. I'm going to keep using different fingers. That is not that one. $1 per month trial at shopify.com/scene. SCENE. That is shopify.com/scene to start your $1 per month trial. Go to shopify.com/scene. SCENE.
If you said that you've only selected 2014 interview, you said you've only ever done one role for the money.
Which one?
Is that true to this day?
What was the money? I'm curious what the.
You didn't list
I
it.
know what the show was. Yeah. No, I'm fortunate enough where I'm in my career. The priority is always the script. It really is. I'm very lucky to have the opportunity to have again, I don't get to choose the roles I get. I can pursue the roles I get.
How does that work? What the pursuit of a role? How does that work?
The Audacity I auditioned for. I read the script and I was like, oh my God, I want to try to put my hat in the ring to play Duncan Park. And I went through the process of auditioning, testing, and meeting Jonathan, the whole thing.
Are you reaching out to creators and stuff like that, like on the side, like hoping to?
Not like that.
No.
Not so much. With my production company, Happy Bad Bungalow, we do that more as we're building the project from the ground up. But now, no, you have your agents and stuff, and you hear about a script, and you're like, can I read it? And then you put your best foot forward and it's like trying for any job.
Yeah.
You're trying out.
So that's why I feel like in the acting world there is so much of like, hey, it's up to the ethos or the cosmos, and there is an element of that where it's just out of your control.
It is. Life's out of our control. Let's be honest about that. I just hope like the entertainment industry starts investing in young talent or new voices. And it doesn't have to be young, but like new voices, exciting voices. Like I love that Shane, with Gillis, we did a show. They like started to celebrate this. But again, the caveat was he was selling out stadiums and stuff like that. So we are still going to the popularity contest, but I don't know. How did Shakespeare become Shakespeare? We're still doing his plays. Who's the Shakespeare of our time? I say Jonathan Glatzer.
He's got an insane resume.
Insane resume, but also you see it again coming back to deciphering like what you're trying to communicate, the idea. Like Tina Fey was a genius at that. Like with her comedy, it was like she could pinpoint an idea so clearly with the dialogue she used, and it's a gift that a lot of people I don't think have.
Glatzer has.
Glatzer has it. In spades, honestly.
Well, Billy, it was very nice chatting with you.
Nice meeting you.
The Audacity, out now on AMC, AMC Plus. Please go check it out.
Check it out.
It was a fucking honor. Thank
Pleasure,
you so much.
Oh, thank you,
Thank
sir.
you, man.
Yeah.